Hello and welcome to this vlog. Baby boy is here. I will not really be sharing him on my videos to protect his privacy. I'm currently 2 weeks postpartum, so I wanted to start vlogging again at this point and just share my experience postpartum because I feel like that is what I'm looking for on YouTube. I want to see other women's experiences, know what to expect. Just to give you guys some context, I think I'll probably be making a video at some point talking about my birth experience, but it was pretty rough. I would not consider it a positive experience necessarily, but thankfully my postpartum experience has been really good. I've had a lot of support. Baby has been doing pretty well. I mean, he's a baby, so he's up a lot, and he's been starting to get a little bit more fussy, colicky, but still overall, my postpartum experience has been going fairly well. So context, I got a 3rd-degree tear, so that is a big part of this healing process. I'm trying to take things really slowly for my pelvic floor, but I did have like a vaginal birth. I did not have a C-section. It was a hospital birth. I did have an epidural. I think that gives you some background. I wanted to give you a picture of like what it looks like to really take things slowly, because I feel like a lot of what you see on social media is people like jumping right back into things after having their baby, and that's just not realistic for me, and I really want to heal fully and not jump into things too early. I hope you enjoy this video. I'm currently feeding the baby. I just wanted to vlog a little bit because I just keep forgetting to vlog. I am like 2 weeks and 5 days postpartum, I think, at this point. I was definitely hoping to be feeling fully healed by this point. Definitely not. I am currently almost 3 weeks postpartum. We decided to start doing shifts. My husband gets 6 weeks off work, so what we've been doing, because the baby only wants to sleep when he's being held, is my husband will take the late night shift, like 8 or 9 p.m. until 2 or 3 a.m., and then I take over, and I do try to get him to sleep in the bassinet there, like in the middle of the night, around 3 a.m., 4 a.m., when I'm not ready to get up with him yet. So I think that's been working pretty well. We've both been able to get like sleep. I'd say I've been getting about 5 hours of sleep doing this, which is pretty good with a newborn. We have been ordering a lot of stuff off Amazon, so I'll probably insert some pictures here of some of the latest things that we're ordering or that we received. I'm trying to find some good nursing bras. I only have 3 nursing bras. They're the same style. I'll put a picture here of what they are. I got them off Amazon. It was a pretty good deal. I think I paid like $20 for all 3, and I like them good enough, but I don't like dealing with the clips. I end up just like pulling it out of the way anyways. I don't unclip it, so I want to get like the sports bra type style. Also, I want some bras for sleep. That was something I was not prepared for going into like postpartum, that you basically have to wear a bra all the time. The biggest reason for me, I'm okay with not having the support at night of a bra, but you just leak everywhere. Every once in a while I do go without a bra so like they can breathe, but it's so uncomfortable to just then be like soaked in milk, and then you get cold and wet, and I do sleep on a towel too to save the bedding a little bit, but it's like inevitable that it's gonna get milky. So I'll let you know what bras I try and if I like them. My other problem is like I have no idea what size to get at this point, so that's another tricky thing with being postpartum, and you know, things grow and then it's like you don't know what size stuff you wear anymore. I've been looking at some on Amazon that I think I'm gonna order today because I really need more bras. You go through so many clothes because you're constantly being spit upon, or milk is just everywhere. Another like staple that I've been using are these little inserts that are reusable that you can stick in your bra to soak up the milk. I also have a bunch of disposable ones, but I don't like using those. The reusable ones I have are cotton, and you just wash them when you're done. Those have been really nice. But again, you have to be wearing a bra, you know, to be able to use those. The other thing that I'm ordering that I'm excited about, so I've been using a Haka when I am feeding him. The side I'm not feeding him on, I will just attach the Haka to, and I've been able to save up so much milk. I will show you here my current stash. It's just from like collecting the letdown from the other side when I'm feeding him, not from pumping. I've pumped a tiny bit with a little hand pump just to ease engorgement when my milk was like starting to come in and stuff, but like literally like 2 ounces, 3 ounces total that I pumped. Otherwise, that whole stash is just from collecting milk. I like the Haka. I like the idea of it, but it's too bulky. When I'm feeding him, he kicks it off. So I found these ones on Amazon that fit in your bra. Again, I'll show you a picture of what they look like. So I think I'm gonna order those today too, because that would be so convenient. I've not been using the Haka lately because it's just so frustrating when he kicks it off and then milk spills everywhere, and it just makes the whole thing more stressful, especially if you're having a hard time with breastfeeding. That would just add so much stress. So I'm gonna try those, and I will definitely let you know how that goes. I'm really excited about those. Good morning. It is the next day. Tomorrow is gonna be officially 3 weeks postpartum, which is crazy. I feel like time is going by very quickly. I'm feeling pretty good today despite not getting a whole lot of sleep. We tried a different routine last night to kind of split up and take shifts. The past couple nights we've just been splitting it in half basically the night. So my husband would take the first half and basically just be out here holding him, because he sleeps so well when he's being held and not well at all in the bassinet, which is normal and expected, and we're not going to fight that. We're just working with that. We're doing at least a couple naps, whatever you want to call them, in the bassinet or the crib a day, but majority of his sleep right now is contact naps because he sleeps really well that way, and we are enjoying that. But anyways, because I am breastfeeding, obviously I can't like get that big of a chunk of sleep because he's up roughly every 2 hours to eat. How we do it is my husband would just bring him into me, I feed him, and then he would take him back out here again during his shift. And then for my shift, I just bring him out here and we hang out, feed him, he sleeps, we watch our show, all that good stuff. Anyways, last night what we did different was basically every time I fed him, we switched. I'm trying to think what it ended up being. I think my husband had him from like 10 p.m. till 12 a.m. Then I fed him and I took over until he actually slept a pretty long stretch that time. I think I fed him again at 3:30 and then handed him off. And then he was up at like 6:30 to eat again, and then I took over again. We've just been up since then. It's 10:30 now. He ate again at like 8:30. But I don't know if I'm a big fan of how that went. I don't feel as well rested as I did before, even though I probably got like the same amount of sleep. So I think we might go back to what we were doing. But still, I'm feeling good. I've had some coffee, so that helps. And it's a beautiful sunny day. It's like 60 degrees, I think, is the high today. So wonderful, perfect. We're going to be spending lots of time outside, I think. I am trying to do things to encourage him to, start having his days and nights correct, because right now they're kind of flip-flopped, which again is normal for a newborn to have the days and nights kind of switched. And because my husband gets a decent amount of time off work, we're not trying to fight that. We're like rolling with that, and we're not trying to get him on a schedule before it's realistic, but trying to get him outside a lot during the day, getting that circadian rhythm maybe to start kicking in with the sunlight and everything. Plus, I feel like it's just great for both of us to get fresh air. So I'm gonna probably spend some time on the porch with him this afternoon. And then something I wanted to talk about, wanted to show you guys what like supplements I've been taking postpartum when I remember. My one supplement is not right beside me, so I'll just show you a picture or something. But I'm taking this prenatal still, which I'm almost out of. I plan to keep taking a prenatal. Basically, the whole time I'm breastfeeding, I'm taking this probiotic. I got an infection during labor. I actually started getting sepsis. So I got a lot of antibiotics and some pretty heavy antibiotics. So I'm trying to build back, my microbiome and everything. And then if I can remember to, I'm planning to be taking this. This is from the brand Earthly, and it is Postpartum Balance. It's an herbal like tincture type of thing to basically balance your hormones postpartum. I've just forgotten. I haven't started taking that yet. And then the other supplement I'm taking is an iron supplement, the needed iron supplement. I'm trying to take that every day. I also lost like borderline the amount of blood for it to be considered like hemorrhage or whatever. So kind of lost a lot of blood. I think everyone should probably take an iron supplement after giving birth because you lose a lot of blood. That's hard for me to remember to take because you want to take it on its own for best absorption, I guess. But yeah, those are the supplements that I've been taking when I can remember to. It's really hard postpartum to like keep up with habits, especially trying to form habits postpartum, taking new supplements. Because like taking my prenatal is easy because I've been doing that for the past 9 months, but adding in anything extra is hard, and it's just hard to have a routine when you're up at all hours. There's just a lot going on. Oh, something else I wanted to mention, talk about a little bit. I want these videos to mainly be about me and my experience. I'm not going to be focusing on like newborn stuff necessarily, more like my body postpartum and what's happening and what I'm doing to support it. But there are a few things that I do want to like mention that I'm doing in case it's something that you want to try. One of those things that I've been really excited to do with him is elimination communication, which is also called EC for short. It's essentially like a form of early potty training, and it's not very common in the US, but in other countries it is a lot more common. And we've started with him already. He's actually been going on the potty. It's crazy that it's like even possible, but I'm very excited about that. And then I'm planning to start cloth diapering him when he's 1 month, because I got newborn cloth diapers from Assembly, but I got it from Amazon. They're supposed to fit newborns, but cloth diapers are hard, I feel like, because basically they were just a little bit too big for him. His legs needed to get a little bit chubbier for them to fit well. I'm waiting until 1 month for them to fit him properly because I don't want blowouts and messes because of diapers being too big. That's also something that's supposed to be helpful if you want to do the early potty training, the elimination communication, because cloth diapers stay wet, whereas, you know, traditional diapers, they're kind of made to not feel wet when your baby pees, which is good and bad because then they're not necessarily bothered by sitting in their pee or poop. So that's something that's supposed to be helpful to do in tandem with potty training. Plus you save money on diapers because you go through so many diapers, it's crazy. So that's just some updates for today. I will either see you later today or tomorrow. All right, guys, I'm pretty sure this is the first clip of this video that I am not holding my baby. I put him down for a little nap in his crib because I'm trying to, we mostly contact nap, but I do want him to be getting used to, you know, sleeping in his crib or the bassinet, but I'm also taking advantage of all the snuggles. So I'm gonna show you my belly currently. I am exactly 3 weeks postpartum today. So just to show you what it's looking like. I feel like I'm pretty much like back to normal, but then again, I can't even remember what I looked like before. After having such a big belly, I feel very, very skinny. I'm basically down to like the weight that I was before getting pregnant. I'm like 5 pounds heavier, but honestly, the weight gain just from breastfeeding and, you know, that on its own could probably contribute to that. And I'm not concerned about anything whatsoever. My focus is on healing. Let me pick up the camera. I can't bend over this long. But yeah, as I was saying, my focus is on healing and taking care of my baby. I don't really care too much what I look like. I want my body to heal. That's the biggest thing. So I've been not worried about losing weight, not worried about getting a 6-pack or anything like that. I've really been focusing on healing my pelvic floor. So that is something I'm going to be scheduling. I think for sometime next week, I want to schedule a follow-up pelvic floor physical therapy appointment with my 3rd degree tear. I really want to make sure I'm taking care of my pelvic floor and not rushing into anything, because I really, really want to get back into walking, but I know my body is not ready for that yet. So I've honestly not really left the house. Like, I've just been staying inside and on my front porch, sitting in lane most of the time. Even being 3 weeks postpartum, I'm standing up now, of course. But this is your reminder, take care of yourself. And if you feel like you're being excessive with your rest, then you're probably doing it right. Because I've noticed when I push it, which is just walking around the house a little more than I should, bending over to pick things up, that kind of stuff, then I don't feel well and I bleed a little more. So listen to your body, rest, because you've been through a lot. probably more than you ever have in your life. So that's my little update for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm so glad that my baby is here now, and I'm excited to be sharing this part of my journey with you postpartum. So thank you so much for watching this video.